Stitchy here from Golden Thread Tarot. How are you doing today? I am doing great. I'm feeling high-spirited. Woo! Yes. Ooh, I don't know who this person is that I'm tapping into. Ooh, okay. Don't talk to me like that on camera. Calm down. Okay, anyway. um, I really enjoyed this person's energy. The spirit guide energy. Yeah, they're really playful. They're really cool. They're really calm. They're really collected. I like this person's energy. Let's tap into this. This is soulmate energy. I'm really appreciating this. I'm really loving this. Yes. Let's get any kind of old energy out of the deck. Okay, let's get any kind of old energy out of the deck. We ain't got time for that. Okay. I'm hearing twin flame. So if you subscribe to that, okay, for some of y'all, this could be twin flame energy. Okay. Oh, yeah. You got divine blessings coming your way. I don't know if you guys saw that. Sorry, I did that so quick. Divine blessing. You guys got some cool ass that you are magician energy, okay? That you are manifesting into this life, okay? Wow. It's like a whole brand new life. A whole brand new life. It's so glorious, yeah. And this is coming into the third into this realm, okay? Yeah, because of union. Union is definitely happening here for you. Wow. Yeah. Big psychic connection energy here, okay? Cool. Oh, this is really cool. You guys have a new spirit guide energy around you. They're coming along with like energetic upgrades that you're getting, okay? That's so funny. That's so funny. Okay, like I don't know if some of you if you guys have like, if some of you guys are like Rastafarian, or like if you have kind of like, they were showing me. Do you guys remember that the video of the guy that sang, of like the Rasta guy that sang about cucumber? You know, like I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking. They kept showing me that guy. So you might have somebody. This person might be this spirit guide, or this person might be from the islands. You might be coming into contact with a soulmate person who has like really kind of like tribal ancestors around them, okay? And they have sent out like an ambassador kind of energy. They're giving me like spirit guide, like ambassador energy, and they're just like, hi, welcome. I'm kind of, you know, here to introduce you to some new things that you're experiencing and some new things. I am so sorry. I can understand what you're saying. I'm sorry. Like I know that I'm not. I don't want to like do like any kind of like like I don't want to do like an impersonation of this person, like, or this energy, like it could like throw somebody off, because I cannot do like a good like impersonation of like Rasta or like Jamaican energy. Like this person is making me laugh like so bad. They're just like stop. Okay, they're really funny. I like this person. Release the past. Yeah, they're here to tell you, you know, be chill, be chill. That's what they said. Be chill. Okay, but this runner energy, they also like cool. I don't know why I'm like, dude, what? That was not even real. But they're like reminding me of that. They're showing me images of it too now. They're like cool runnings. You guys remember that? that movie? I don't know why they're showing me this stuff. This person R, the number, the letter R. Oh, Rasta. Yeah, okay. Towers. This person is very talkative. The letter T is also standing out to me as well. Life's purpose. So this is all a part of your life's purpose. You're discovering your life's purpose. Is it true love energy coming into your life? Inner child. This person, right, like with all this like laughing energy, this person or this energy, okay, coming into your life is really gonna trigger this like inner child energy in a good way, right? Like it's like the two of y'all's inner child are like on the same wavelength, and you're kind of like, come on, like let's, So this person, okay, yeah. So they're showing me like an energy, but they're also showing me like a person, like an actual person, like a physical, like human being person that's coming into your life, right? Okay. Okay. Person that's coming into your life, right? But they're also showing me this kind of like, I just keep saying that ambassador, like this ambassador energy. It's like, okay, I don't even know if this is possible, but the two of you, yeah, of course it's possible. Yeah, okay. Nah, Spirit's like, what do you mean? So you and this person share a spirit guide, right? You have spirit guides that are like, sometimes you have like, what they showed me is kind of like, how people have like patron saints or like patron gods, but then they also have, so that's like they're with you all the time. But then you also have other spirit guides and things that come in and out of your life depending on the part of your life, okay? You and this person share a spirit guide, okay? And this is an energy that used to be like a human energy here on earth, okay? And you two are, this spirit guide is here. They're showing me like a traveler, or like they're showing me like the boatman, right? Like this spirit guide is here to guide both of you together in the physical, right? This spirit guide's energy is going to be here guiding you towards this other person, okay? Guiding you towards this person. This is going to be a soulmate energy coming into your life. Yeah, so you're having a lot of 5D, like higher, like you and this person are already together in the 5D, but you have this person coming in. Okay. Okay, they're saying expat, so this person could be an expat. This person could have grown up in one country, but they're staying in a different, or they're living in a different country now, and now they're coming. But the two of you might meet in a country that's a third, like a different country or in a different place, right? I really feel like the two of you will meet in a place that's not home. For most of you, for the majority of you, you are meeting a person who this is not like their homeland or their home country. You will not be in your home state. For some of you, like if you're in the United States, okay, you're not going to be in your home state, okay? And this person is as well is not from this place, right? I'm hearing pilgrimage, so you could be because you could be on some kind of like deeper than like on an actual like pilgrimage, like to a spiritual location, or on some kind of like spiritual retreat or something like that, okay? I'm hearing rejuvenation. Rejuvenate. Oh my god. They're showing me like so many like old movies. Okay. Six. Jump in the line, rock your body on time. Okay, I believe you. Okay, so you might, something about a conga line, possible. Unconditional love. Somebody said hallelujah. Okay. I feel like you have been working on, yes, exactly. You have been studying, okay? You have been a pupil of understanding deeper about codependency, like cutting yourself away from ways that you were codependent on certain things. And I really feel like you and this other person are coming together to really help each other. And that, like, you're already there. You're already working on it. You've done a lot of the work, Spirit saying, so don't get me wrong, but there's a lot of people. The two of you are going to come into each other's lives and really teach each other about really true, deep, unconditional love. Kundalini awakening. Oh yeah. Oof. Yeah. Yeah. People came back out. Yeah, I really feel like you've been really being guided through your emotions that have really tied you into like past karmic cycles. You have been a pupil, right? And you have been in this pupil of learning about this unconditional love through these karmic cycles in the past that you have been in, especially around healing your inner child. And yeah. Dancing. Oh my god. This spirit guide is like, my other spirit guides are like, hey, excuse me, like, are you doing this or are you not? And like that spirit guide is just like dancing. They're just like dancing. He's like, hey, he's just like dancing over there. And my other spirit guides are like, excuse me, like, are you doing a job here, or like, excuse me, hello? And he's like, just chill, it's okay. And they're just like, she's doing something right now. Like, are you, hello? And he's like, huh? Oh, I'm just cheating. Like, he's back there just dancing. I'm like, okay, I'm not worried about it. Do your thing. Like, it's cool. Because I was like, where'd he go? And then my spirit guides were like, do you see this fool over here dancing? I'm like, he's not a fool. He's just having a good time. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. So that, okay, so yes, I'm cool with it. Chill. Yeah. True love. Right? This true unconditional love, the real thing, right? Time, it's taken time for this person to come into your life, right? But that's okay. What is that? Don't do that. Karmic cycle, yes, I know, thank you. Um oh, sorry, just one second. Okay. Okay, so so there's some, they're showing me something. I cannot place what this is. I can't even place what the words is, but it's like this person, and they're like, something time is over. Something else time is here. Oh my god, I almost got it. It almost came. Anyway, if you know what that is, like, comment down below. I'm always so surprised. Like, sometimes I say like the most like obscure things, and somebody will be like, "Oh, that's from this movie," and I'm like, "Thank you." Well, they're not the movie is obscure, but it's like this little tiny part, like like a line or a single word, like in a movie, and somebody's like, "I got it. I know what you mean." Cool. Yeah, it's this person. It's like, something time is over. Something time is here. Like, okay, so I don't know. But anyway, they keep showing me that. I'm like, you're not giving me. But anyway, but then I also, that they also showed me the they also showed me the scene from Spider-Man 3, like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 3, when he was like, it's pizza time, he like put down. And they also showed me the part where it's like the terrible part in that movie where he's like dancing. It's like the dancing scene that everybody makes fun of, right? This person could be that type of person that will reference things like that, or will like try to diffuse a situation by saying, by doing or dancing silly or doing something awkward, or you're just like, oh, what? Why are you talking about that right now? Okay, so that's just a heads up. Like, this person likes to make you laugh. They enjoy your laugh. They enjoy your laugh. It makes them feel good. They enjoy making you laugh. They enjoy making you smile, right? With that kind of like goofy kids energy, right? Shadow work, yeah. You've been doing a lot of shadow work to release this. To release this stuff from the past, yeah. You've been going... Divine protection. This person is very protective of you. Yeah, and this connection is divinely protected, relaxed. Yeah, like this unconditional true love energy here, it's protected. Right? So just relax. Just chill, right? Just have fun healing yourself right now. Spirit is saying that the heavy stuff is over, so it's time for you to have fun healing yourself. It's time to have fun, right? We all have to go through that kind of dark night energy where we're dredging up all of the like right, all the stuff, that all of the childhood wounding and all the trauma and all of the, dealing with all of the exes that, broke our heart or cheated on us and all that stuff, and we dredge up all of that, right? But spirit is saying you are unlocking a new cycle now that is going to be healing, but it's going to be healing in a way where you're like having fun and laughing and loving and dancing and, just laugh. They just showed me you like laughing a lot and having those moments where you laughed so hard, like that you're crying or that you're like, oh, my stomach hurts because I'm laughing so hard. That kind of energy, like spirit saying it is time. Like you've done the heavy lifting part, and now it's time for the type of healing cycle to come in. That's like that, right? Runner chaser. Okay, this is reminding me of energy that I was doing that I was pulling from the other day, where I was like, there is like a soulmate energy coming into your. Oh yes, that was the post that I did the other day about the person that I did for 222, the 222 portal, right? That this runner chaser came out, and that there was a person coming into your life that's really going to help you to cleanse out. Both of you are going to be cleansing that runner chaser dynamic out of each other, right? Like the rest of the way. You've done a lot of the work, but there's nothing wrong with saying that, you know, people can come into our lives and help us with that energy, right? There's nothing wrong with that. Not that we are dependent on those people, or that it's dependent. Where people get messed up is that they get dependent, on the fact that it has to be a one particular person, and it doesn't have to be, right? Yeah, exactly. Surrender. Surrender. Yeah. This is a big part of your life purpose. They keep showing me like they keep showing me like a person like rolling their eyes like, what? Like, why are you like, it's kind of giving this energy where like like at first you might have to learn how to let go of some of your control issues around this, because this whole like making people laugh thing, it might happen at like times when you would deem it inappropriate. You're like, it's time to be serious right now, right? And not like serious, but right, this might be a type of person that cracks a lot of jokes during like business meetings or something like that, and you're like, is this the appropriate time to be discussing that? Or they might be the type of person that would bring up something and you're like, right now is not the time. Not in a toxic way, but in a way where you're just like, why are you talking about that? Shut up. You promised you'd never shut up. No, stop it. Like, stop bringing that up right now. It's not the time. It is not the time. That is not what you need to do to diffuse this situation. Hey, stop. Thank you. See, I just got so serious. I was just like, hey, cut it out. All right? Like, dreams. I'm hearing a dream come true. A dream come true. I'm dreaming of you. This person is seeing you in their dreams. Whether they recognize it's you or they'll even tell you that it's you or not, they are. Karmic cycle. I really feel, yeah. I really feel like you're breaking out of a karmic cycle around love. Around finding out what, it's like, in the past, you have only ever had conditional love. You have only ever had, and for a long time, you convinced yourself that that was just what love was, right? And that is an old karmic cycle that I feel like the two of you are breaking. You're breaking out of that cycle, towers. And I feel like it's going to bring this huge, like, tower moment to both of you. I've been laughing so much during this reading. Playfulness on the bottom of the deck. And passion. Don't worry. The passion Honey, that Kundalini awakening I was talking about, honey, that will be there, okay? Romantic feelings. Yeah. For some reason, for some of you, it might come off as a red flag. Why would expressing your love? One or both of you might have issues around, not issues, not like bad issues, but you might have had past issues around expressing your love, because you might have been taught that it was a red flag, or that it was inappropriate for you to express how you really felt about things, for you to actually be open. Like, you might have had people in the past tell you, oh, you're too much, you know, it's too much, you love too much, or you love too hard. And in the past, I'm not saying, because you are breaking out of codependency, right? So you might have, there definitely could have been, you know, unhealthy attachment styles or codependency in the way that you loved before, right? But also, I'm really getting like this feeling of that you guys are so passionate about things. And even when it wasn't about love, you know, it was about the fact that you are sharing too much of that energy with the wrong people, right? It wasn't that, it's not necessarily your love that's too much, right? You were really, it was mostly you having the codependency of sharing it with the wrong people, because you just had so much of it to give, right? You had so much energy in that to give, right? Look, making the effort, and then look, stay optimistic, staying optimistic about, because I feel like in the past, you and this person both shared a lot of yourselves. And yes, in the past, you could have been oversharing yourself because you had some codependency issues, right? And you internalized a lot of that as, oh, my love isn't good enough, or, you know, there must be something wrong with the way that I love. Hey, stop. There must be something wrong with the way, there must be something wrong with my love, or there must be something wrong with me, you know? And Spirit is saying, you know, like, even after you healed those things on a deeper level, you were like, yeah, wow, okay. So there's a lot of new love. For some of you, for you or this person, you could be falling, it could be a new love after a marriage, or after a marriage that didn't go so well. Or, you know, it could just be around, a new love that you could possibly, that could, you know, that could possibly be a person that you get married to, right? Get down. What? Why are y'all being so extra right now? Get down, please, sir. Get down. I told my cat no. And he's like, you know how cats will look at you and you're like, no, and they're like, no. I don't know what you think this is. I don't know what you think this is, but okay. Engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Yeah. And not just commitment. I really feel like, yeah, you're freeing yourself from, whoa, okay, yeah, from the past. Release your ex. Like, you're releasing any of this past energy that around romantic feelings, around expressing your feelings, right? Because you have been forgiving and learning a lot, okay, about this codependency that you used to have in the past, right? About really expressing yourself, having these open and honest communications with each other, and really spending the time to get to know each other. I really feel like in the past, not only did you have some codependency issues, but you had issues around expressing that your love, and the type of love that you had, to people who couldn't handle your type of love, right? Like, you love really hard. Even now that you've done the work on yourself, you love in a truly, like, really deep way, right? In a deep way that other people might have told you was too much or too serious in the past, right? That you might, and so you might have thought, okay, well, I need to love less, or I need to, you know, I need to harden myself like other people have, because other people make me feel like it's weird. But the truth is that you, because of your codependency issues, you were just sharing that love with the wrong people who weren't going to return that type of deep love. But this person, which is why the spirit guide is like setting the two of y'all up. Like no joke, their spirit guides are like sitting back there just like, that one. Like that one. Like, okay, they're showing me like people like literally I don't think it's like, but this is just how they're showing it to me. They're showing me like people up in the clouds, like you know how like in like old movies, how they would show people like from heaven, like looking down at the earth, and they would show people like looking through like parted clouds, and they're like, yes, you know. And they showed me the spirit guide is like, it's time, and they're like, okay, like they're both ready, like they're both ready for this, and they're like, it's like their spirit guides are like, who who would love this person like they need to be loved, and they're like, you, that one. Like, oh, they both love so much, right? And they're taking their time to learn themselves first, right? Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive because you're aligning with this person's energy, right? That's why the two of your like soul contract are being like activate, yeah. And it's all this playful energy, all this playful, lighthearted, like to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine, right? The two of you are ready for the type of love that you're gonna have with each other, and you're deserving of that because the two of you are going to give that free type of healthy love to each other, right? And you're gonna realize for the first time, like I was saying, like it's like, oh, like yes, I do have to admit that, you know, the toxicity wasn't around the type, it wasn't around my love that I have to give, it was around the people that my past and my trauma was making me, you know, I was, you know, it's like I saw it as, I internalized it as me, like I was an issue, my love was an issue, and it's really not that. It was really your trauma that told you to give that love to people who wouldn't reciprocate it, right? And now that you're here, that you're going to be here in this friendship or this relationship, whatever it turns out to be, you're like, wow, I've never been with somebody before who sees me like this, who understands me like this, who has it's like the same level, it's like the same energy again, right? It's the same energy. You might be passionate about completely different things, but you have that same level of passion about life, about things in general, right? It's not about the up close tiny details of things, it's more about in general you have the same values, you have the same energy, you're going about in the same direction, right? Like it's like you handle yourself, the way you move yourself, the way you see the world at large in general. You know, you might have different details that are different, right? But when we start really learning to have that deep unconditional love, the unconditional part comes with like the little details, like the close-up details aren't the thing that makes a really deep loving relationship. It's making sure that the fundamentals of who you are as a person match up with that person, you know, like how you feel about, you know, how you really feel about life, how you feel about the world, how you feel about your goals. Like we have similar goals, we have similar moralities, you know, we have similar wants and what we want our life to look like, you know, who we want to be. We have those same goals, like we have the same kind of philosophy about the way we walk through life, right? Flirt, extend your light-hearted energy to other, and there's this very light, flirtatious, fun energy here, right? And no matter how far this goes, right, you're learning. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Spirit is warning, just warned me because I did that whole no matter how far this goes. Spirit was saying, like, don't put any kind of. Some of you might, I don't want to say be turned off by this person, but you might get hung up on some of those things, right? Because you might be like, I don't know, like we don't listen to the same type of music, and we don't like the same type of shows, and we don't read the same type of books, and you know, but you know the way you guys feel about your passions, the way you feel about music, the way you feel about TV shows and books, how often you want to watch them, how much of a priority they are to you, you know, it's like the deeper level beyond it does match up, right? The details, the close details might not match up, but the others do, right? And I really feel like that's the lesson. Yeah, all this is calling in your soulmate, is calling in the soulmate to you, okay? Having all these realizations is calling in the soulmate to you. Yeah, look what left the spread, unrequited love, right? Like it's gone. I'm just gonna take it out. Right? Because you're realizing that you deserve love. You deserve a type of love that feels like this. You deserve to not have to fall for this unrequited love, right? Like because it's not really about that. Yeah. Look, what did I say? Retreat. Did I say that you might meet this person on a spiritual retreat? I did. And look, give this relationship a chance. Right? I'm not saying that you're not going to be attracted to this person, because there definitely is going to be chemistry between you and this person. There is going to be attraction between you and this person, right? But I really don't feel like it's going to be this person, right? It's going to be you. It's going to be whether or not you're really, you really are like, okay, I'm willing to face this. 818 done on the real time clock. Whether or not you're really ready and willing to face this, right? To face this energy inside of yourself, right? To face the next level of things that you need to heal inside of yourself, which is like allowing a deeper type of unconditional love to grow between you and another person, and to really give this relationship a chance, right? To tell yourself, like, I'm ready for this, right? To not run away, right? To not assume the worst, to not assume that you won't get along because of certain things, or that you won't. It's like, with that red flags, be aware of your own red flags. Be aware of how your own past and this unconditional love, or this conditional love, right? And this unrequited love, which is representing conditional love to me, right? And from the past, right? Might have made you put some triggers on some things that aren't really what you thought, right? And I'm not trying to convince you to accept things that you don't want. You're always in control of that, right? But it is about being more forgiving and more understanding of a partner being slightly different than you might have thought, right? Looking different, sounding different, being from a different place, like speaking a different language, like something like that. Or like earlier, like people like this, they might have not been quite your cup of tea in the past, but it's like, but where did your type from the past get you, right? So as you're learning, I'm not telling you to be willing to be in a relationship with somebody that you're not attracted to or something like that, right? But allow a situation to unfold, right? Because Spirit is saying this could be the one, right? But there is some deception that's here, and this is deceiving yourself. And you might be careful of projecting, because you might project some kind of projection energy onto this person because of some of this unrequited love energy that you've had in the past, because you're learning here with this relationship, or learning here with this, whatever this is for you, right? That you're learning what actual true unconditional love really is, right? You've been taught, or only ever been exposed in the past to this kind of conditional love. So, and it can affect us in ways that we're not even realizing, right? It can affect us in ways that we're like, oh, I didn't even realize that was kind of something that I learned from. Okay, keep an open mind. Okay, keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations, right? Your expectations of what this love looks like, or sounds like, or feels like, or it might be different than you thought. But Spirit saying, just allow certain things to unfold, right? And take your time with understanding somebody, really getting to know somebody. I really feel like definitely past life relationship. This is definitely somebody that you've been with in a past life. I don't know if the two of you have been in a relationship, or like a romantic relationship. I don't even know if that's what this is supposed to be. But this is a soulmate energy that's really teaching you about this unconditional love to begin with, right? Let your friends help you. I really feel like you're going to be really close friends with this person. Like, you will definitely call this person a friend, right? I just heard that Lovers and Friends song. Lover, tell me again. Can we be lovers and friends? That might not be the lyrics. That's what I heard. Very soon. Very soon. I feel like, yeah. I feel like very soon this person is definitely going to come into your life. Or this energy, the energy of this person is already in your life. Wow. Yeah. So, worth waiting for, right? Wedding. This might not be for all of y'all, but I'm really serious. Like, if this person isn't the person that you end up like getting married to, it could be a person that teaches that like, if you're the type of person that's like, I don't want to get married, this person coming on in your life they might not be the person that you end up getting married to, but they're gonna be the person that's gonna be like, no, I do want to get married. Like, I do want to be in a relationship. I do want to be in a long-term committed relationship. Cause like, yeah. You're like, yeah. Especially if you're like a masculine energy, you don't have to be a man. You can be a woman to be a masculine energy, right? But if you resonate more in the masculine energy, I'm getting that really strong. The masculine energy here might have been the type of person that's like, I'm not that crazy about, not like not like they're not committal, but it's like, or maybe they've just been like, I've not found a person that made me want to get married yet. And, and that's like, if they're single, you just be like, nah, I've never been with a person that made me think like, this could be my wife or this could be my husband. But you you made me think like you were totally worth waiting for, right? You were totally worth waiting for. And I'm hearing now I see why some past relationships that I really wanted to work out didn't work out, because if I had stayed in that relationship, I never would have met you. And like, you you made me look at the world in a different way. You made me look at myself and love and like a lot of different things in a different way. You opened me up. Okay. What else? This is beautiful. This is beautiful energy. I feel, I just heard sun-kissed. I feel like sun-kissed. Attraction. Yeah, I told you there would be attraction between you and this person. Yeah, and as you get to know each other, a lot attraction, even more attraction is going to grow over time. You're going to be initially attracted to this person, or you might be initially like attracted, but then there's kind of this, I don't know. I don't know exactly. It's a general reading, so I can't tell you exactly what it is. But it might be this energy of, I don't want to fall too fast. I don't want to fall too fast. I want to take my time, which that's fine, right? That's fine. But you might find yourself being very attracted to this person, or very like drawn in and want to spend a lot of time around this person. And you might have this feeling where you're like, just slow down, take your time, it's fine. Slow down, take your time, it's fine. Slow down, take your time, like it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. You keep telling yourself that over and over and over again. Look at this reconciliation. Did I not tell you they kept showing me people like in the clouds? Look at that. Yeah, someone from your past is returning, and I feel like past life, because the past life relationship came up. This is past life energy. You've definitely been in, this person has been in your life before, like in a past life with you before. Children. You might have had children in a past life, or you might have spent, okay, if you don't believe in past lives, or if you're not like a person that's like, yeah, no, past lives are thing, you might have, right, you could have known this person in your childhood, right? Could have known this person, and then like separated from them for a really long time, and been like, wow, I haven't seen you since elementary school. That's crazy. Free yourself. It's time to come back. It's time to take back control of your life. I really feel like you're going to meet this person when you and this person both are going to meet each other when you're in the process of this free yourself energy. And I really feel like you're in this energy now. A lot of you are in this energy right now, and if you're not in this energy quite yet, you are in the process of becoming in this energy. And like, I'm hearing months. Like, if you don't feel like you're in this energy, it's just a matter of months before you will be in this energy. And if you're in this energy now, good. Keep doing your thing. Just like, keep doing your thing. Keep doing your thing. Honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. I'm hearing summer holidays. You might meet this person like during the summer holiday, or during a summer holiday, like a getaway, like a retreat or a getaway that you might go on during the summer or spring for some of you. So if you're watching this as I'm posting this, like, yeah, that's just like, we're almost in March now. So religious factors, definitely. I really feel like for some of you, you could be on some kind of religious pilgrimage, or you could be Yeah. Hey, hey, hey. Sorry, just 1 second. Alright, sorry about that. So, but when I let my dogs go outside and I was like, I felt guided to go outside myself. And I just went outside. I'm like, oh, it feels so good. I just kind of breathed in the air and everything like that. Really clear, fresh air. But I was really, I was like looking up at the stars and everything because it's nighttime. And there were like 4 different planes flying over my house. So for sure, I think that you could meet this person either flying, okay? You can meet, you're gonna be there, right? But this destination could very much so be away, right? Definitely far away from where you are, or this person is very far away from where they are. I really feel like they could be further away from their home or from the place where they live than you are, okay? But I definitely feel like both of you are going to be away at a different place, okay? And also, I noticed earlier this starseed card had like fallen off. I was like, oh, I forgot to pick this up. And look, right? It reminded me. You have traveled a long way on a mission, right? You traveled a long way, right? And this homesick stood out to me, right? I really feel like when you meet this person, they are going to feel like home, right? It is good. You're going to feel it's going to be very easy to talk to them. It's going to be very easy to have this moment with them, right? And it's just going to feel right. It's just going to feel safe. It's going to feel right, right? So look, it's safe for you to love soulmate, true love. I definitely feel like right now you two are definitely in separation away from each other just because I feel like you're like physically in separation away from each other, but that's going to change. So definitely, this is, like I said, even if Spirit's like, what did you say? Their spirit guides don't like me saying things like, if you don't end up with this person, because their spirit guides are not like being like, no, but their spirit guides are like, okay, okay. But anyway, yeah, there's lessons, here that the two of you have to learn. And what did I say? Oh yeah. Oh, never mind. Anyway, yeah, it's lessons that you haven't learned about love not working out in the past. There's some lessons here about love not working out in the past that you just haven't learned, right? You didn't learn lesson about this unrequited love, right? There is a lesson about the unrequited love. It's like accepting unrequited love, accepting love that doesn't make you right, choosing love that really doesn't give you that ultimate satisfaction. It's like settling, right? It's like settling for a type of love that doesn't give you that satisfaction. I know you're like, we're 42 minutes in. Are you picking up more cards? I sure am, right? Yeah. So Spirit said this is something, these boundaries, these healthy boundaries that you're setting in your life right now with this Queen of Swords, right, is really breaking you out of this mindset, right? I really feel like both of you could be breaking like generational habits or generational toxic mindsets of settling with karmic partners or settling with people. Yeah. This is a lesson that your ancestors were not learning, right? Because they it's like this fear to be alone, right? It's this fear to be alone. Just be alone for a little bit. It's okay. And being unwilling. Yeah, unwilling, one, to walk away from situations, and being unwilling to end marriages or end situations that really don't, to be like, I'm too scared to admit that I made a mistake or to step outside of my ego enough to say this relationship is not for me or something like that. That is a lesson here, right? Yeah, jumping into things too quickly also, I think in the past, either you, right? And of course, like if it happened with past generations, this could be learned toxic generational behavior, right? Just getting into relationships really quick, relationships that really don't serve your highest purpose, jumping into relationships before you even really know who you are or what you want, And I'm not judging people that have done that, but I really feel like you and this person are really breaking those habits, are breaking those issues. And yeah, this is something that needs to be healed, right? Definitely healing like family lines sort of type Yes, look at that. Unreliable partners. Unreliable partners, right? Not staying stagnant with unreliable partners, right? Getting married to unreliable partners, right? And it's an evolution that has not been broken in several generations in the family lines. That's why you were starseeds born into these family lines, right? Or that's why you chose to incarnate in the families that you did, because you're like, this family needs help, right? This family needs help. Yeah, it's some heaviness. It's some heaviness. Yeah, I feel like both of you definitely had generational toxic mindsets to really break yourselves out of. Yeah. Yeah. Also, on the other side of it, you're having to how to teach yourself how to be a little more like, also immature partners that intellectually or emotionally match you in emotional intelligence, or match you, right, yeah, those depths, right? uh Choosing partners that didn't match you in the depths that you go to, especially emotionally, right? Especially emotionally. Yeah, because Empress, right? Like giving to a partner, becoming, like if you're the feminine energy or the masculine energy, like having those people. And look who's showing itself back here in the back. It's the Emperor. Yeah, being this mother father energy, right? And continuing that energy. It's about who you're picking to have children with, right? Who you're choosing to do that. Giving to marriages that are representation of past cycles that do not serve you, right? Which means you guys have been doing a lot of the heavy lifting, heavy emotional, and heavily emotional maturing work, right? Because you came from families that taught some kind of taught some kind of toxic mentality that they passed down, right? And you're breaking that. You're learning how to break that and how to move on past it. That's beautiful, right? Light workers here, right? Light workers, star seeds, any of those that you want to try, people born, or just people born here to make better choices for yourself, right? To unblock the things that were blocked, to start to take off the blindfolds, right? To wake up to a deeper level, okay? Both of you also both of you could be very spiritual people. You could both receive like downloads or channel messages from the divine, okay? In different ways. I'm hearing different ways. Yeah, but definitely like Six of Cups, ending this stuff from childhood, moving on from past cycles. It's time for these past cycles to end, right? It's time for that to be over, right? The Six of Cups in reverse is about things coming to their natural end, right? And it's time. It's time for this toxic mentality, and for something new, right? Something new to be bred into a new mindset to be bred into these two generational lines. Ah, magician, manifesting, manifesting. And all this work. It's just all this work, right? All this work that you're doing on yourself, concentrating on yourself, changing your mindset, adopting new paradigms into your being. All of that, just that work is like a trigger, and it calls out. Um, Now I'm hearing that, like, cause I was in the store with a group of my friends the other day, and two of my friends, like, me and my friend, like, stopped to look at something, and like, there was like four of us, and like two of us like split up and like walked, and we like looked up and we're like, oh, where'd they go? And we started walking to the store, and I was like, where are they? Where are they? But I knew that one of my other friends that I was with does the Marco Polo thing when you're in school, or like we've never done it, but I just knew her well enough to know if I went Marco that she would be like Polo, and um and we were able to find our other groups that way. So yeah, so your spirits are doing that. Your spirits are being like, hey, 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 oh, there you are, hi. Like, okay. And it's like, be joyous. That's what Spirit's saying. Be joyous, because this type of work, oh, this is the good stuff, right? It's all the good stuff. But you guys have been dealing with all the heavy stuff, right? And now it's the good stuff, right? Now you're getting to the good stuff. Now it's, learning the lessons through laughing and loving and making passionate love and things like that, right? Like doing all the good stuff, all the good stuff. Not that you haven't been doing the good stuff, because it's important to stay recognizing those good moments in your life, even when you're going through the heaviness, because that's what can really help you get through it. Um, yeah, just ooh. Yeah, I really feel like you have been. If you have the feminine energy here, I really feel like you have given a lot to relationships in the past that really, to masculine energies in the past that were very kind of took advantage of the type of love that you gave, or actually they didn't. That was the purpose, right? They didn't take the right type of, like, oh wow, like I'm being exposed to a really deep, wonderful type of love, like let me match it, let me pull that in, right? And they gave you a lot of injustice, right? But a lot of this was how, was a lot of you not giving that justice, like, to yourself, right? And keeping yourself hung up until you saw, okay, you know, it's not really, let me let me heal this inside of myself so that I'm not attracted to these type of people anymore, right? Yeah. It was a type of codependency inside of yourself again, like I said. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Look at that. King and queen. So the masculine energy too. The masculine energy was dealing with a lot of that too. The same energy. I feel like when the two of you come together, you're really gonna have discussions about how you both have come from this. Not only in this, in like your parental relationships, or in relationships around you, but also in your own personal relationships with other people as well, right? And then, and it's like, this is a cycle that needs to end. It needs to come to an end. I don't really care. Oof. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. E. Hmm. Oh. Yeah, so they're showing. Okay, I understand now, Spirit. Thank you. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the movie Spirited Away, but they were showing me kind of like the energy of like your past people, and was really, it looked like this, like, uh, kind of humanoid thing that was like covered in all this like mud energy, right? Or like all this mud, like dripping, gross, like sewagey mud. But then they showed me, the image of that from Spirited Away, where, in the bathhouse, that stink monster comes, right? And people are like, oh, it's so terrible. And then they're like, they realize, oh wait, this isn't a stink monster. This person needs to be cleansed, or like this person needs to have all of this kind of mud energy like knocked off of them, or this, and actually it was really like a river spirit, right? It was really like a river spirit that was, because in Miyazaki's films he talks a lot about pollution, but they're showing me like so many layered things. Slow down please so I can keep up, okay? it's like, I've talked before about how we can have like that landfill where people just pile a bunch of their own gross energy on top of us, whether or not those people are like exes, friends, family members, just people in our society, our community, teachers, and things like that, right? They can project and pile a lot of that energy onto us, and we can conform ourselves, and it can change us into those things. I really feel like a lot of people that you have had past relationships with, you were brought into those people's lives to change those people, and you do forever change those people. You do forever change that energy of those people, right? But in the process, they can really dump a lot of their own gunk or nasty or kind of like that energy onto you, right? And I really feel like this is probably going to be one of the first times the two of you have ever been in like a romantic relationship like this, where that the inner being of that person really, really matched that kind of like super high vibrational, very powerful spirit that you have inside of you. And I really, because I feel like in the past, you have been the type of person that is usually that person who is that healing energy for other people, right? You are usually that partner that comes into other people, um, and you either like, you trigger that change inside of them, right? You trigger that change inside of them, and they go on to either, but it's up to them, right? Because they can either accept that change and go with that evolution, or they can reject it and, and stay in their karmic cycle. But I really feel like this is going to be one of the first times that either one of you have met a person like yourself and actually had the opportunity to really be in a relationship with that type of person who provides that cleansing energy for the two, between the two of you. And they're reminding me of the reading that I just did before this, where I was talking about getting clear quartz crystals to amplify the energy. And I really feel like that's what the two of you do. Like, you come together and you amplify each other's energy, and you do that kind of like cleansing energy to for each other, to each other, right? And it's really, yeah, that's that Kundalini awakening energy, right? It's the first time that either one of you have been with that type of person that really gave you that type of energy boost. And it might, right? Because you're usually that type of person that goes in and you end up triggering other people, you might end up triggering that healing process within each other, right? So that can be where those red flags, or that might come up, because it's really about your own projection energy. 848 down on the clock, on the real time clock. It really might be that type of energy where you kind of have that triggering energy within each other, because you're usually, and it might be something that you're not used to, right? I'm not saying that you haven't had other people that come into your life and trigger activations, but not in this way. And you've never met another person that had that same energy as you. They're showing me the Spider-Man, or like the scenes from like, have you guys ever seen like the Spider-Man meme where they're like looking at each other and like, you, or they're also showing me like the energy of like Into the Spider-Verse, where they all have like the little spider tingle, or like they have like the tingling where they're like, oh, you're like me, that kind of energy, where it kind of might be like, huh. And they're showing me from the scene of the new Spider-Man Homecoming movie, or Far From Home movie, where, you know, I don't want to spoil it anyway, but it's that kind of energy where it's like, oh, it's like, whoa, wait a minute. You're like me, like, whoa, it might really throw you off, because you've never been with a person that had that kind of like opening you up, cracking you open feeling, and spirit's like, yeah, this is what it feels like to be with you, and you're like, I get it now. I get why people in the past have acted the way that they have, because I see what it's like to be with a person who cracks you open like this, in this kind of way. And the spirit saying it's okay, it's gonna be okay. You know, this is destined. It's supposed to happen. So just be aware of that. Aware of that in each other, right? Or at least you're here watching it, so you can be aware. Both. For some of you, okay. For for some of you, both of you watch this channel. Okay, so King of Swords in reverse energy is leaving the spread. So this kind of, yeah, in the past, it's like any kind of mask that you might have wear, any kind of like lies. You might be used to being able to hide things from other people, but you're usually the one in relationships that people can't hide things from. And you have been annoyed in the past that people get triggered by that because you're like, no, I know that's not how you actually feel. And it has triggered people in the past, and you're just like, oh, you're mad at me because I know the truth. So that also might be a thing that the kind of that you might find triggering because you've never been in a relationship with somebody else who had that same energy as you, where they're like, no, I know that's not how you actually feel. And you're like, oh, mind your business. Like, let me have my own energy sometime. Like, if I want to tell you everything's fine, but not in a toxic way, not in like, yeah, it's fine. But I'm just saying it's fine because I really want you to dig deeper. But just in a situation where you are used to being able to be the one that can have their, that everybody's open to you, but you're not the same as level of being open to other people, right? So it might be triggering to you that for some of you, this person like just rips off your mask and you're like, whoa, I do that. I'm the one that rips off masks. You don't rip off my mask. Like, pause. I'm not used to being with somebody who does my shit. This my shit. This my shit. Like, you don't know. Like, hold up, right? And Spirit's just showing me like, yeah, they're just like laughing. Like, your spirit guides are just like laughing because they're like, this is what it feels like to be with you. And you're like, this is intense. And it gives you also a different perspective on past people. You are not as karmic as as obviously as some of the past people. So you're not going to be as ill-tempered about the triggering or, but it's going to test you in a way of really putting you with somebody who is going to trigger you like that. And it's going to be like, can you really handle, okay, if I get triggered, I self-reflect. I take my own space. I take my time. I really dissect my feelings, or I dissect why I'm feeling this way. I, allow myself to embody that, go through your steps, right? Being in this relationship is going to really test you to really go through those steps, right? To really go through all the things and all the work you've been putting into yourself, all the stuff that you've been releasing in the past, right? This is going to be a relationship that tests that, you being able to really learn what true unconditional love is, right? That really tests that, okay, I'm going to have to check my triggers. I can't just, and have a reaction and be like, no, I gotta breathe. And, I can't be like, you know, get out of my mind. It drives me crazy when you do that, because you might have had people that have said stuff to you like that before in the past. Like, you don't know what I'm really feeling. And you're like, I do know how you're really feeling, because you're you have very strong psychic connection with other people, or you can just read that in other people. You're really empathic and you can always read what other people are thinking. And in the past, it might have really triggered you or might have got on other people's nerves, right? That you were like, no, I really know how you're actually feeling. And that other person is like, so that's not fair, or whatever their reaction was to it. Most of the time people are just like, no, you don't know how I'm actually feeling. And it's like, no, I do. And it's like, you're stuck up, you don't know, you're such a know-it-all, you don't think you know. But Spirit's like, but you really do, right? Because the feelings always end up coming out as being true, right? That doesn't mean that your ego couldn't have kind of mislabeled and projected onto those people as well, right? Of course, right? But this is going to be, for both of you, you're going to have these moments where you're like sitting there and you're like, is this what it feels like to be with me? Like, oh my God, this is a lot. This is much. This is so much sometimes. So you're like, I get it. I get why in the past some people have called me a lot, because it is a lot. It's very it's not, triggering is not quite the word, but that's what it is. Like, it's activating. It's like, opening and cracking open those parts of your soul, or marrying those parts of yourself to you that you really need to work on, or that you really need to let go of. And you're like, this is freaking intense. Maybe intense is the right word. Like, this is intense, right? Like, this is really intense. It's going to be a very intense spiritual experience with this person, right? And so what's leaving this is any kind of trace of any kind of any of that energy that's left, that might be left over inside of you. Like, really digging all of that out and being like, we don't have room for this. Let go of it. Let go of it, right? Like, there is no place for it in this new being of who you are. Excuse me. And it's also letting go of any of this residual energy that might have been given to you in your childhood or left over from past relationships that you've been in, right? Or any of those false masks, or any of those ways that you lie to yourself about who you are and what you really want, just exposing all of that, right? So you might feel kind of triggered to put up those defenses because you're like, I've never felt so exposed, right? I've never been with somebody that could read me as well as you can. And that, it's a new experience for me, right? It's a new experience for me. And although I think at first it will be something that intensely draws you to this person because you're like, wow, this is so cool, right? Wow, there is another side to the intensity of this connection, which is, it's true deeper purpose, which is purging any of this energy that might be left over, any of these falsities, right? Yeah, right? That's why you're here, right? You're in this situation to be put and to see things from the opposite direction, right? To be hung upside down and see things a different way so that you can come to a for further deeper awakening, a deeper understanding of okay, oh, this is pretty intense. This is pretty intense. This is what it feels like to be with me. This is pretty intense, and it's yeah, this person, yeah, exactly. Look, temperance. It's learning you how to have this harmony, right? Learning to have this harmony. Queen of Cups in reverse. Also, any kind of attachment. I really feel like you and this person are going to get not, yeah, so I really feel like it's going to purge up any of this unhealthy attachment styles as well, because like I said, the intent, it's going to be very intense. It is going to be very intense, and it's going to make you have to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, I thought I was more healed in this than I am still. Like, it doesn't take away any of your past healing or all the past work that you've done on yourself, right? It just unlocks a different part of it where you're like, okay, this is another part of my relationship baggage that I really need to work on, right? I really need to work on my sovereignty. I really need to work on not getting, because the two of you have never been in that type of relationship before. There is going to be this intense, like, you're with each other all the time and you're together all the time, and it could, it could, or you're very, it could create this energy of being stuck on each other's energy, or stuck around that. Yeah, kind of like that. Also, any kind of um yeah, I really feel like the two of you in your masculine energy, you're getting rid of any of those falsities, any of those false masks, any of those. You might have a tendency to when you get really triggered, or when you get really, you might have a tendency, you might have been taught to go to low blows, right? You might not, you might be the type of person sometimes that says some out of pocket shit when you're feeling really triggered, or when you're feeling really mad, or you're in the middle of an argument. Maybe you get really passionate and say some low vibrational things, or you say something, you're like, certain things inside of you like that might need to be healed, or just your falsities, right? Where you just ways in the past where you compromised yourself, your truth, and possibly even your moralities in certain ways in the past, right? And that's what you're studying and firming up in your masculine energy for both of you. And in both of you, it's this type of kind of feminine manipulation, emotional manipulation. I was kind of like, yeah, I heard that Heartless song by Kanye. I'm not loving you, and I wanted to. I can't remember the lyrics. It's been so long since I heard that song. Mm-hmm. My animals are always making some kind of weird noise. I just heard this big bang in the back, and I'm like, what was that? Oh no, that's Love Lockdown, isn't it? Your love lockdown, your love lockdown, give me your love lockdown. Yeah. Love lockdown, your love lockdown. Yeah. I'm not the biggest Kanye fan, so I'm not like, I don't listen to that song very much, but I just heard that, like, whew, okay. But so I'm not like the biggest on the lyrics of that. But yeah, so for some of you, it is like, this is going to trigger a part of yourself that you're scared to give your heart away, right? I'm thinking about the Heartless song that The Weekend. Yeah. Yeah. Is it with Future? That Heartless song? Yeah. Cause I'm heartless. Yeah. That song. Yeah. So when you feel this triggered moment, when you have these moments, these intensity moments, you might have a tendency to want to argue about certain things, and you might get to a point where you're like, you know what, I don't even care about you, or I don't care about this, or I'm done with this. I'm shut down. Like, I don't care. I'm not going to talk about this. No, I don't care. I don't need you anyway. I don't care about this. I don't care about you. Like, you might deep down, right? You might have a tendency to kind of feel that way. And even if you don't express it, and you're not doing it in a way where you're calling this person like out of their name, or you're using cuss words or doing things like that, right? It is the kind of this where you might have a tendency to be like, nope, and you just like walk away, or you end relationships, or you cut it off, or deep down you have this fear, right? Underneath the anger, underneath all this, like we talk about all the time, is this fear of really truly exposing your heart and giving your heart away to someone, or giving or exposing that deepest, most vulnerable part of yourself to somebody, right? Because the Queen of Cups is somebody who freely gives their love, right? Who does that freely, really sweet kind of energy, right? So it might be this fear, right? Underneath it, this fear that I will be hurt because of, right? So, you might both have this, or like I said, the masculine energy might have a tendency to kind of just be like, shoot, like cold, like shut down, nope, whatever. I'll just cut this off. I'll just walk away. And that's the energy that you've picked up from this unrequited love that you've had, this unconditional type of love. This is the conditional type of love you've been taught to give, right? I'll shut down, or I'll just argue, or I'll just be cold, or I just won't, I don't care. You know what? I don't care. And even if they do care, they will lock that up and become like that stone wall, or like that, you know what? Like, I don't even care. I never cared about you. They might have a tendency to get petty afterwards, to get petty, like, nah, I never cared about that person. I never cared about that person. While on the inside, they're very hurt by it. And they might not, yeah, but there could be like deep, deep, deep down, there is this sense of needing to do that. And it's self-preservation, right? It's self-preservation that you get triggered and do this because of this conditional, this unrequited love. I'm scared. I'm scared to give my heart away because somebody will take it and stomp it and misuse it and give it back and tell me they never wanted it to begin with, right? Well, your love wasn't good enough to begin with. You were never good enough to begin with, right? So you each learned deep down how to handle this kind of deep fear of this in a different way, right? And this still could be things from your child. Well, most of it usually stems from your childhood, right? A type of conditional love that you were always taught to accept, right? And if it wasn't in your childhood, then just from years of dating or years of having other people give you this type of conditional love. This is the type of shadow. This is like that super, super deep, 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 deep shadow work, right? Right? That you need to release from the past. Something hidden, so super deep. And it might surprise you, right? It might surprise you when you are with this person, and things happen, and you start having those reactions, you might be like, whoa, you know, like, whoa. You know, and this is very triggering to the other, right? The masculine energy could be very triggered by the thought that the feminine energy is scared to give their heart away. If you think I'm such a bad person, I'll just be that. I'll be that bad person, or I'll turn into that very cold, distant, I don't care person, right? And for the feminine energy, you know, your shadow selves, your deepest, darkest shadow selves represent your your big fears in your partner, right? Your big fears about love. And that's why the two of you are coming together to heal that. Ooh. Yeah. Right? Karmic energy. Or like I said, these people might represent your past people, right? The biggest fear, or a really big past karma person for the masculine, if they're attracted to, you know, feminine energy, for the you know, could have been this very heartless, emotionally abusive person that really takes advantage of them and doesn't really give back as much love as they try to give. And for the feminine, they were very much so attracted to these very like heartless, maybe even possibly like narcissistic people who really took advantage of them. Get down. That took advantage of them and giving, you know, very heartless. Like I said, I don't care about you. I never cared about you. It was all just an act anyway, right? Which inspires a lot of fear in both of you. All right, because that could have been the past karmic energy that you were really dealing with here. Look at that. Look at that. Yes. The two of you are recovering from karmic energies, right? Okay. Especially, okay, past karmic people. I knew that shit was going to come out. I did. Definitely knew past karmic. Oh, never mind. I thought that person was in my driveway. I was like, what? I don't know if you guys could hear that. It was really loud stereo. But anyway, King of Swords energy, like this narcissistic, maybe even very, like, I don't have time for this. I don't care about it. Like, no, I won't come forward. Very emotionally unavailable, right? The feminine energy might really have fallen for a lot of people in the past that were this very, or like very promiscuous. Like, I'm giving away my love to everybody. At the end of the day, I ain't got no love. I don't care about you. You're just another one of the numbers. I don't, you know, I don't care. Or they're just like, no, you know, it's just very much so like emotional unavailable, right? Very emotionally unavailable kind of energy. And for the masculine energy in the past, they very much so attracted feminine energies that were very, maybe too dependent, right? The opposite, very emotionally dependent, right? But also simultaneously, and very, but would very much so appear one way and actually be another person, right? Yeah, very much so, but be very judgmental, harsh, maybe even very promiscuous as well, right? With the Queen of Wands in reverse, possibly, right? Or just very loose with their feminine energy, right? As well as, you know, for the masculine as well. Um, but very judgmental. I'm getting a very like very harsh, judgmental, like very mean, very rude, very like also very much so all about what's on the surface level, what I look like, what I buy, what name brand I wear, that kind of energy. And that both of these especially with the masculine energy, they were with very emotionally underdeveloped women in the past, or very emotionally underdeveloped partners in the past, right? um who very much so did not give their love very freely, were very emotionally manipulative and very harsh, judgmental. Just neither one of these energies is very nice people, right? And that's the type of conditional love they've always had in the past, right? Yeah. Just nothing's ever good enough. I don't want this. And it's created this very like, I can't win. Maybe I shouldn't even try. I'll never get what I want. I'm a victim of my circumstance kind of energy in the past, right? Because this is something, a karmic energy inside them that they needed to learn how to heal from, right? This was the type of conditional love that they needed to learn to heal from. I very much so feel like in each other and also in this. Yeah, gotta end. That's gotta end. Right? Because look at that. It was a situation that wasn't coming to an end. It was a situation, excuse me, get down. It was a situation that wasn't coming from an end. It was a situation that it was a cycle that wasn't healing, right? And this could be the type of people in the past that, this could also be the type of people that, like I talked about, karmic relationships, that karmic cycles that their parents got stuck in. That type of situation, that could happen as well, right? Right? This has got to end. The Tower moment in reverse, right? That's a foundation that is not long lasting and is time for an end, right? It sets up really negative cycles, lifelong multi-generational cycles. Hey baby, you okay? Okay? You're okay. Yeah, exactly. Just shuts things down. And it holds you back. And this is what you two are overcoming, right? This is what you two light workers, this is what you two people, this is what you're overcoming. Yep. Lessons that you haven't learned, right? Not walking away, not being willing to walk away from that when it's that way, right? Not being able to handle juggling and keeping everything together and putting all the weight on yourselves, right? This is that kind of stink monster, that kind of sluggish, like, generational toxic mentality energy that the two of you are overcoming, right? Yeah, and it really throws a lot of imbalance into that situation. Yeah, and that comes with really taking the time, having enough energy and having enough worth inside of yourself to really take the time to see who somebody is and then see them for who they really are, right? And be willing to be like, nope, I don't care. I'll be alone before I'll be with this, right? And I don't, and being able to be like, nope, I don't want that, allows you, exactly, paying attention to the red flags allows you to be able to move on, right? Yeah. Let your friends help you. Yeah, because I was just thinking in my mind about their spirit guides, about you guys' spirit guides. So yeah, your spirit guides are definitely leading you to each other, right? Worth waiting for, but it's about divine time. It's happening in divine time, so let it happen. Let it happen when it needs to. Always know that you're always that. Yeah, if you guys are in separation right now, that's just what needs to happen, right? Because trust that true love is coming, right? Express your love. In the meantime, just express your love freely, right? Be who you are. Love yourself, right? Give all this unconditional love to yourself. And that's what you're doing when you're healing and you're looking at this and you're, stepping back up far enough to see this big picture right here, right? To see the kind of karma that you're overcoming and to be like, yeah, to make the effort, to be inspired to really make that effort and overcome that. Yeah, and to let go of any kind of control issues and to allow the situation to unfold naturally. I feel like the two of you you've both known that you would find each other. Like you came here and reincarnated here knowing that you would find each other, and the both of you, I feel like, have always known, right? You both could have been those very, what do they call them, hopeless romantics, or which I don't think hopeless romantic is like. No, like, be romantic. Be, you know, be romantic. Love life. Love yourself. Love. Like, that's fine. You know, just don't, just learn not to have this type of conditional love. Don't fall for that conditional love, right? And don't have this misconception about what true unconditional love actually really looks like, right? Um, so I really feel like the two of you might have been those type of people that have always been looking for love in all the wrong places, right? Because you were like, I know that I have that true love out there, that this is the one energy. I know that it's out there. I know that I'll find it. I know that I find it, you know. And you've always kind of jumped into love with this like reckless abandon of, I know that I will find this person that will just be that person that will give me that love, you know, that will give me the type of love. But you had to learn how to value the love that you had, and to make sure that you are choosing the quality of person who matches that, right? Who really matches that. And I feel like the two of you are people that have always known that, right? And you know that true love is really worth waiting for, right? Yeah, and you trust. It's about trusting and have faith and understanding that this love will find you exactly at the right time, exactly when it's supposed to, exactly how it's supposed to, in the right person. Yeah, so just release. Release this old energy, release any of your ex energy, cut your cords. Time has come to clear your energy. Yeah, clear any of that past woe is me, like, oh, my exes were so terrible energy, you know. Yeah, separate yourself away from it, right? Because as long as you're in that concentrating on the past energy, you can't let new energy come in, right? Yeah, healing family issues, right? Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents, just flat out, right? And you learn how to stay optimistic. Oof. I don't think I rinsed my hair very good today. I washed my hair today, and I'm like, yo, I need to do a deep oil treatment. That's what I'll do. I'll do a deep conditioning treatment on my hair today. That'll be so nice. Yes. So, you know, learn how, if you were dealing with any kind of issues of forgiving your parents for this situation right here that they were in, they were in it, you know, and they're different people than you, right? That's why you were born here, because you think differently. You had the, you know, don't put it on your parents that they didn't do what you can do, because you're different. That's why you're here. You're put here because you will think differently, because you can do it differently, right? That's why you're here. I think that helped transmute some anger for you guys, because I felt that. I felt my heart chakra just be like, you know, like, oh shit. Yeah, yeah. I don't know why I clicked my tongue. Yeah, separate, because yeah, you got this true love. You got this true love energy, and you know that you deserve it. You know you deserve to be with somebody who will express their love openly and freely, just like you do, who will not be afraid, to have those open-hearted conversations and to do that, So just stay optimistic, because there's nothing wrong with your love, babes, right? It was just your mentality around who you gave your love to in the past, right? Because of this energy that you were having to work your way through, that you had to learn how to not be a part of. You had to not how to subscribe to that anymore, and how to be like, nah, I don't think so. I think I want to be something different. I think I want to have something different. I want to have a different type of relationship, you know? And sometimes it can be painful, right? Sometimes it can be painful to people who didn't break the cycle when you are breaking the cycle. The spirit said, just a heads up on that. When you find this unconditional love, you might have people in your life that they're not used to it. They're not used to what this true unconditional love feels like. 919 down on the clock, right? They're not used to what it really feels like to have that unconditional love like you're learning how to have. So be mindful of the type of advice you take from people in your past, right? From past people, especially if they're people that were in these cycles, right? Just be mindful of that. Not saying that they can't have, advice for you, but just know how to filter out your advice, You know who's going to give you advice. Yeah, and forgive. Look at that. Forgive and release the past. Right? Forgive them. You know? Forgive them. That's why you're here. Right? That's why you're here. Yeah. I really feel like everything too. I feel like when you're going through this love with this person, or when you're going through this relationship with this person, it's gonna awaken a lot of seeing things like your parents' relationship, your relationships of your past friends or your family around you. You're gonna be seeing their relationship in completely different light, you know? Just like when you go through awakening, you start seeing people around you in different lights, in different ways, you know, and it can trigger anger, or it can trigger judgment inside of you. But make sure that you're handling that as well, right? I just really feel like in general though, you're gonna be really ridiculously happy. Like you're just gonna be like, damn. Like, damn. I didn't know it could feel like this. I've never felt a love that feels like this. I've never been in a relationship that feels this way before. Like, that feels this type of intensity before, and had somebody that can match my intensity the way. And I don't mean match my intensity in like, oh, you know, that can match my toxicity. I don't mean it in that way, you know, but it matches your like level of like spiritual enlightenment, star enlightenment. I didn't even look down and see that, but yeah, matches your type of spiritual enlightenment. Is there anything else? Yeah, so meditation. So just meditate, breathe in the love, light, and knowledge of the universe, travel inward, still your mind, and listen to your heart. Yeah, keep up your meditation. Empath, you can feel others' emotions. Exactly. Like I said before, you're both empathic, right? So be aware of what emotions are yours and what emotions aren't, right? Surrender. All of this is about surrendering to the divine plan, learning how to have those healthy boundaries, not only with other people and karmic energies and family members, but with each other as well, with yourself as well, right? With yourself and with each other, right? Learning how to have those type of healthy boundaries in a relationship, right? Because like I said, both of you have never been in a relationship like this before, but it's part of your life purpose, right? Starseed, right? Lightworker, starseed, right? You're both supposed to be learning, right? Learning from each other. Be careful what you're projecting, right? What you're projecting in this relationship. Have faith in yourself, right? Surrender to the divine. Have faith in yourself and in this person too, right? Because I was Chaser, right? I was reading this Chaser card and look what came out. Tower and Runner, right? Like I said in the very beginning, the two of you are towers of this light beacon for each other to help with this runner chaser, right? Chaser in the form of like the feminine energy of healing, that chasing after emotionally unavailable people, you know, and the runner energy inside the masculine energy of running from overly emotionally attached people, right? Hey, yeah, period. Unconditional love. Thank you, spirit, right? Yeah, healing any kind of that codependent energy, like we said, right? Written in the stars, right? Whatever this soulmate relationship with this person is, it is destined. It is fated. Destiny is calling. Embrace yourself, right? This is part of your shadow work, okay? This is part of your shadow work that you go through. This is the next level of the shadow work that you are going through now, okay? It's learning how to have this unconditional love, you know? And just know the two of you are meeting so that you can learn these lessons from each other, you know? To learn these relationship lessons from each other, and in the end it is going to be beautiful, right? Because so much healing is happening. Yes, releasing the past, right? And really learning about true love, right? Really learning about what it's like to have this, what it really means to be able to give and receive this true love, right? And again, full moon energy, releasing the codependent energy, right? This is this person's a member of your soul tribe, but you are releasing this karmic cycle. That's why your your healing has triggered the psychic connection between the two of you, so that you can release, so that you can receive the divine blessing that you are to each other, right? So you can relieve this codependent energy in each other, or help to bring together, because this is a lesson that past generations and then you need to both really, really, truly deeply learn and like root out like all of it, every single little bit of it, right? Yeah. So you can both go from being pupils to master, right? You're both here to learn from each other and to teach each other. This is a beautiful relation. This is beautiful. This is the type of relationship you want to be in. You're enlightening each other. You're awakening each other. You're teaching each other, and you're both teaching and learning from each other. You both have lessons to teach each other and lessons to learn from each other, right? That's beautiful, right? How to break out of this karmic cycle. And like I said, it's going to be a really intense connection. You have never had a type of connection with a person like this before, right? It's going to be very deep, on a very deep level, because you guys are soulmates. You guys are, I almost said twin flames, but again, right? You could be twin flames. I don't know. But yeah, look, healing each other, healing yourself, right? Divine protection is like this healing. This is what you need, right? It's okay. Trust that. This is what you need. And trust yourself. Trust yourself to know and learn how to have these healthy boundaries. So don't go into this with fear in your heart. Go into this with love and understanding and peace and like joy, to know that you are learning how to love yourself and be and be the type of, the type of more healed type of person that you want to be, right? Go into this knowing that you are learning how to break these cycles, that you are healing not only yourself but your past generations and your future generations too. Like, it's very powerful, right? It's very powerful. So don't go in, yeah. And I'm telling you, the two of you are coming into union together. And Magician, you guys are both manifesting each other from all this work that you guys are doing. So pat yourself on the back, because having this new soulmate energy come into your life is like a big, like, wow, like, damn, I'm ready. I'm ready for the next shit. I'm really ready for it. Honestly, I said honesty. Radical self-honesty is required for this journey. Turn inward and listen to your soul's truth. Yes, that radical self-honesty. There's still some shit inside me I need to heal, and it's this, right? I need to heal from this. I need to know that this is not the type of relationship I want, period. And I will stick by that soul tribe. Excuse me. And look. and look. Okay. Like I said, soul tribe member, right? This person is, excuse me, as a soulmate. They're a member of your soul tribe. Like I said, you are having a Kundalini awakening with this person. For some of you, this person could be considered like a twin flame energy, or just, this is like the only like soulmate energy that I have in this deck. If I could change this deck around, I would add just a soulmate card, because I have kind of a Karmic Cycle card, but I don't have just a soulmate card other than this twin flame card. So Spirit pulls this twin flame card, even if it's just like a soulmate energy or a twin flame energy, whatever, whatever you want to try to say it. An intense connection, right? Let the energy flow. Don't hold on too loose or too tight, right? Just kind of let it flow, right? Because this is, like I said, a soul contract that you have with this person. The two of you have come together. You've both chosen this path and made an agreement. What is your lesson? What promise does your soul need to keep, right? I am going to come to this life, and we're both going to teach each other that this bullshit is a no-go. It's too late. It's over. It's gone. It's done with it, right? And the two of you are manifesting each other into this life, because this is a divine blessing that's coming into your life to heal, right? Healing karmic cycle, right? You are healing, right? You're both coming together to heal from this past karmic cycle, right? Oh my gosh, like, it just keeps going. My gosh, right? You are in this, like I said, your energies are already together because you have this intense psychic connection together. You are manifesting each other because you want a separation, and going through this inner child healing energy with each other, right? So you're really doing this forgiving, separation from all this anger, right? From any kind of anger or about this past cycle right here. Forgiving, learning, forgiving your parents, forgiving past relationships, because, like, fuck it, right? whatever, you know, I can forgive that past person that treated me like shit because they taught me to not accept that anymore. And who cares when I'm in a love like this? Who cares what asshole in high school dumped me? I don't care anymore, right? Like, I don't care. I don't care if my mom or my dad didn't love me the way that I was supposed to, because look, I have learned from it. I have grown from it. And look, I still have this beautiful love in my life, you know, and I overcame that, right? Separation from any kind of anger, any kind of fear, any kind of doubt, right? Forgiveness is the key to love. Empathy and compassion will lead the way. Anger and pain will only weigh you down. Ascend. The two of you together will be ascending. I'm talking about like, boom, they should be like a rocket, like, psh, like taking off, right? Because this was written in the stars. This is a fated connection that was supposed to happen, right? To help you do the shadow work to heal yourself. Okay? So this is oh my gosh, are you just gonna Spirit literally laid out the whole rest of the deck for you guys, okay? Like, this is it, right? This is the whole deck right here. This is it. I just heard kitten caboodle. I don't even say that. Okay? Maybe you guys do, okay? Divine protection, right? You are being protected from this past karmic cycle. Not only you, but your future family line, but your past family, you're all receiving this divine blessing of a new beginning, okay, from this past old karmic cycle that's like, it's done, right? Your past, your ancestors are like, we're done, we're tired of this, it's enough. Like, our ancestors in our past, our family has suffered enough from this. Like, you two are coming together to heal that, right? Generations and generations, right? Because this codependent cycle from the past is ending, right? You are releasing and drawing in something new, right? The ending and the beginning of a new cycle, right? We are closing out this codependent cycle and opening up a new cycle of like this dreams, right? Like facing down these dreams. They're trying to tell you something. Full moon. Be aware of dreams that you have around the full moon, or that you had around the full moon, or you've had since this last full moon that we had, okay? Be aware of that. Kind of like really be keeping a dream journal and really be keeping up with your dreams that you're having around that time, okay? Yeah. Like I said, I really feel like this is going to make you aware of some codependency that you have, a different type of codependency. Perhaps because, like I said, you've never felt a connection like this before. You've never felt this healing energy with somebody, and and the two of you might have a tendency to perhaps, you might develop some kind of codependency with each other that's being brought up because you need to heal it, right? Wow. Spirit laid out literally the whole entire deck. I don't know if I've ever sat down like that. Not with this deck, and had Spirit lay out a whole entire deck, just block, block, block like that. Like, that's crazy. Yeah, express your love. There's gonna be a lot of expressing yeah, this is so intense. Wow. Yeah, and this is almost a 2-hour reading. Wow. It's been a long time since I've had a reading like this, for real. Like, this is beautiful. This is a beautiful reading. I've loved doing this reading. Thank y'all for being here so much with me. Yeah, this expressing your love for yourself and for people is just calling in soulmate energy. Like, it's beautiful, beautiful energy. Okay, yeah. So love yourself first. Thank you, Spirit. That's it. As you learn how to really deeply love yourself and really, really release from the past, let go of any kind of codependent energy that you might have, like really deep inside of you, from that's stopping you from really truly loving. Like, wow, like you might find yourself like, I feel like the two of you might find each other like really being super attached, and then you might like push each other away like really suddenly, and then the two of you might be like, why are we pushing each other away, like why, you know? And it's because of this energy that you need to heal, right? And where you go from there is up to you, right? The Spirit saying is up to you. But that's really kind of like this next cycle that you're really, you know. Okay. Thank you guys so much for being here with me today. I really enjoyed this. I had a great time with you guys. Good luck with handling this energy moving forward. Okay. Yeah. Um, Watch being too judgmental, okay, about this energy. Some of you also might, and I'm not saying this is a bad thing, but you might be really, it's like, I'm at the top of my game. Like I'm doing, especially if they're feminine energy, you might be like, I'm at the top of my game and I'm loving being single. And this is brilliant and beautiful. Both of you might be in this. And you're just like, yes, yes, yes. And then you come across this person and you might have a tendency to be like, when you meet this person, you might be like, really? Like, I'm so enjoying my energy, like just being by myself right now, which is exactly why you're meeting this person, because you're like, you have healed so much of your codependency that you're just like, I'm great. I feel good. Like, fuck, I need a man for it. Fuck, I need a woman for it. I don't. Like, I'm so enjoying loving being single, and whether or not you're dating around or whatever that's looking like for you, or just being single and not dating or whatever, or focusing on your career or whatever it is that you're doing, right? Spirit says that's exactly why, because you're just working on yourself and you're loving yourself and you're just, oh, and that's when this person comes in and you're like, I don't like this, because this is dredging up all these feelings of codependency that I might have had before. Like, I just got over really wanting to have that love in my life. And then as soon as I did, boom. And what? The Spirit's like, yeah, that's how it works, right? So be aware of that. You might get in this energy where you're like, get out of my face. No, I don't need nobody. I'm having a great time right now. Like, why would I settle down right now? I am in my prime. Right? Like, why would I do that? And Spirit's like, because it's what you need. But it's what you need. It's going to come in when you need it, when you need it, what you need it, what it look like. Don't worry about it. Okay? So, that's a message, especially. Oh, no, it's for both. It's for both, Spirit saying. It's really for both. So be aware of that. Yeah. All right. Like I've said so many times before, thank you so much, as always, for being here with me. Thank you. Extra special if you made it all the way to the end. I really appreciate you guys. Okay. I really hope this brought forth the love, light, and clarity that you were really looking for. Let me know if this resonated for you in the comment section down below. Okay. If you feel drawn to any of my other readings, please give those a watch. If you feel drawn to, please subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Thank you in advance to everybody who likes, who subscribes, who shares, who's just here watching the video, who comments down below. Thank you for the interaction. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for all the love and light and support that you always give me. I really appreciate and love you guys. If you feel drawn to there are links down below to tip or to donate to the channel, or if you feel drawn to come to me to get any kind of personal reading or for personal spirit guidance, the information for that is down below, as well as if you were ever interested in any of the decks that I use in every single one of my description box, all the way down at the end, it is there. Okay, so again, thank you very much. Okay, goodbye, my lovelies. I will see you in the next one.